welcome back to our channel and welcome to Joie's University. It's been 2 months since our last upload and today I'm so happy because finally I was able to find time to record and video this important topic that is needed not only for the future teachers but for the full-fledged teachers who would want to be refreshed as regards the things that I ought to do to be considered professional teachers. Because today I'll be discussing the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, or otherwise known as RA 7836, specifically Articles 1 and 2. So basically this is part of my lecture series hashtag Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. And you know, we should not, or we should never underestimate the power of teachers in influencing the actions and the thoughts of the learners. And people really expect teachers not only to be academically competent, not only to be mentally equipped, but to be morally upright at the same time, so that these teachers will be, worthy to be imitated and to be admired by the learners. So if teachers are confronted with some challenges that have professional implications, I may say, then this code of ethics would allow them to do not only what is good. Okay, this code of ethics would guide them not only to do what is good, but also what is right for the students and for the teachers and for everyone in the community. Okay, so before we proceed to Article 1 of the Code, I would like to read the preamble first, and it says, teachers are duly licensed professionals who possess dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their profession, and they strictly adhere to, observe, and practice these set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. So if you take a look at the words used here in the preamble, we may say that the society or this code expects too much from teachers and that all these things are very idealistic. But whether we like it or not, whether you like it or not, when you become teachers, then you will be subject to a lot of scrutiny and to praises, and you will be considered not an ordinary individual but a person who impacts positively the lives of the students. So for you to be such, because you positively impact the lives of the students, then people would expect too much from you. So first, you must be a licensed professional. So a teacher who is not, or a graduate of a BSE or a BEE programs but did not pass the licensure exam, then he or she will not be considered a teacher, a professional teacher for that matter. Maybe a para teacher but not a teacher, because you are considered to be a teacher if, this is the first criterion, you have to be duly licensed. You have to be a license holder. You have to pass your LET. But more than that, more than the document, then you must possess dignity. You must be dignified. You must have unquestionable credibility and reputation. You must have high moral values. Okay, your actions, your words, or the way you talk, or the way you act should be within the boundaries of morality. Okay, and at the same time, you should be technically and professionally competent. You know everything about the teaching profession. You know the technicalities. You know the professional competence that you have. You know what you teach. You are a master of your own subject area. You know how to make difficult subjects easy for the students. You know everything about your subject. Okay, and also you must have to adhere to observe, and to practice ethical, moral principles, standards, and values. So you must be value laden. Okay, you have to possess the values that you teach your students. You have to be a principled man. You have to be morally upright. You must know, okay, how to preserve your dignity, to put some dignity to your profession, because you are a teacher. So if I were to summarize, I would say the preamble will tell us that teachers must be licensed, must be dignified, must be competent, must be morally upright, must be value-laden. So those are big words, and those are the things that the code, the society, would expect of teachers. Alright, now we proceed to the Article 1, which would be about the scope and the limitation of the code. So Section 1 would tell us that the Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all competent teachers. So meaning all TEIs, alright, teacher education institutions, must offer quality education to would-be teachers. Because when the school gives quality to the students, then the school produces quality students and quality teachers later on. And if the quality teachers would be teaching, they would be producing quality students. Because teachers, whether you like it or not, a lot of times you are a reflection of your students' abilities and competence. That's why they say, tell me who your teachers are and I'll tell you the kind of students you are. Alright? So that's it. And at the same time, this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in schools in the Philippines. Meaning, all teachers in the basic education, meaning elementary and high school, are all private and public, are all covered by the code. Okay, you have to follow what the code says because you are a teacher in a private or a public elementary and secondary schools. Alright, the Section 2. This code covers all public and private teachers in all educational institutions. And like what I said, you are a teacher and this code is applicable to you if you are a teacher of either public or private elementary and high school. If you are an academic teacher, meaning you are a teacher in a regular school teaching academic subjects. You are a vocational teacher, meaning you are teaching technical vocational skills to your students. Or maybe you are a special education teacher. You are teaching pupils or students with giftedness and with disabilities, or you are teaching students with special needs. Or you might be a technical teacher or a non-formal education teacher. Maybe you are a teacher of an alternative learning system and you are visiting out-of-school youth and would encourage them to enroll in ours, then you are covered by the code. This code is also applicable to all industrial arts teachers and vocational teachers. And this code is also applicable to all persons performing supervisory or administrative functions. So meaning the school administrators, school principals, school master teachers or head teachers, they are all covered by the code. Alright? Everyone who is performing supervisory and administrative functions. Now, Article 2 of the Code of Ethics would be about the teacher and the state, or the relationship of the teacher and the state. So Section 1 will tell us that the schools are nurseries of the future citizens of the state. And when we speak of nurseries like that of plant nurseries, it's where plants and growths are given time and protection for these plants and trees to grow. And schools are likened to that plant nurseries because it is in the school where the young minds, the children and the young adults are taught, given ample opportunities to grow, to decide for themselves, to live the life that they desire. Okay? It's where they are given opportunities to grow. And at the same time, it is in the school where the children and the young adults are given or are instilled with patriotism and nationalism. And other than that, the teachers in the schools are also expected to teach not only pieces of information, but of values and of morals that the students or the learners need in order for them not only to become patriotic, but for them to become kind and to be emphatic and to be good to everyone around them. Because education is not only about giving students pieces of information, it's not only about making them knowledgeable about things, but education is more of teaching students to be good and to be kind to everyone around them. Alright, and that is what section 1 will tell us. Now, section 3, on the other hand, says that in the interest of the state and the Filipino people as much as of his own, every teacher shall be physically, mentally, and morally fit. So how could a teacher give his best, his abilities, and how could a teacher show his full potential to students if the teacher is not fit in all aspects? Physically fit, you must be healthy, you must have a good voice, you should not be an illness in the throat, you must not have an illness that would block you from teaching students, would block you from giving students what they ought to know. Okay? Mentally fit. Okay? Tayo nga, mga teachers nga, if we are emotionally disturbed, like we are bombarded with so many problems at home and we have to deal with with a lot of personal issues, it would be very difficult for us to concentrate and to focus teaching our students. How much more if we are mentally unfit, if we are mentally sick? It would be very impossible for us to teach. It would be very impossible for us to create an atmosphere that is conducive to learning. I really can't imagine a teacher who is mentally disturbed, who would get inside the classroom and would just shout at students or would get mad at students without any reasons at all, or would do unnecessary thing in the classroom. That would be quite threatening for the students, alright? And you should not be teaching if you are not mentally fit. Okay, you visit your doctor first, and if you're okay, then it's then the time that you go back to teaching. But if you are not okay at this time, then I suggest you make yourself okay and well until such time that you're capable of handling any kind of students that you have to handle. And at the same time, you must be morally fit. Okay, so teachers would stand in front of students, would be telling students how to live life, how to make their lives worth living, how to be good, how to be ethically upright, okay? And if you are not that, if you are showing otherwise, how would you expect students to do what you ask them to do? Because in reality, okay, students' morality is not only shaped by the actions or by the explicit character education, but it's more of being developed or shaped through the actions that you are showing students. So if you tell them, you should not gamble, you should not have an illicit relationship with your fellows, you should not quarrel with anyone in your place, okay? You should not be palengkera, you should not be chismosa. But your students see you doing such, then you are a total opposite. Your actions are the total opposite of your words. Then students would never follow you, would never believe in you. So your credibility is at stake. But there are some people who would tell us to be kind to others, but they themselves are not kind. Meron din naman yung mga pa-victim na parang sila yung mga inaagrabyado, pero ang totoo pala sila ang nag-aagrabyado. So those are the things that you have to look into. You do not have the right to be a teacher if you cannot, okay, if you cannot do what you tell them. Because in reality, morality is both caught and taught. See, if you can't instill something to them, maybe you do not possess that, because you can't instill something that you do not have. So if you want your students to learn morality or to be morally upright, then start showing them what it means to be morally upright. Okay? And that is a very important thing that you should do as teachers. Next, Section 5 of the same article will tell us that a teacher shall not engage in the promotion of any political, religious, or other partisan interest and shall not directly or indirectly solicit, require, collect, or receive any money or service or other valuable materials from any person or entity for such purpose. Okay, let's try to analyze that. Let's try to divide that lengthy provision into simpler bits. Okay, una, sabi dyan, the teacher should not take advantage of his or her position to promote something of his personal interests. Alright? Teachers are not allowed to use his position and power to campaign for any political figure or political party. Okay? If I am a teacher and my father is running for mayor, then I do not have the right to campaign for my father. My political preferences, because I am a teacher, my political preferences should be secret, okay, should not be revealed. I should look unbiased, alright? And I should not tell other people to vote for this one because I believe that this person was positively impact the society. I don't have the right to do such. And I don't have the right to threaten my students and tell them, you will fail if you will not be voting for this person. This person is my friend. He is a family member. He is a relative. You are not allowed to do such. And if there are teachers who are campaigning for any political party or for any political figure, then that teacher is not a professional teacher. Okay? Your political color must not be seen by everyone. And other than that, okay? In addition pala, kaya nga teachers ang ginagawang magsiserve during election because they are expected to be unbiased. They are expected to serve the best way possible because hindi sila nagko-convince, nagpo-promote ng political figure or political party. That gives them the credibility to be the ones serving during election time. Okay? And other than that, hindi ka rin daw dapat nagpo-promote ng sarili mong religion to your students. You are not supposed to be forcing your students to believe in what you believe in, to believe in the God that you believe in. Okay? So I am a Catholic and I'm not forcing my students who are INC maybe or born again to believe what I believe in. I respect their political beliefs as much as they respect mine. And I do not have the right to proselyte them or to tell them, oh, wag kayo dyan kasi hindi maganda dyan, dito na lang kayo sa paniniwala ko. I don't have the right to do that. Alright? And at the same time, I do not have as well the right to collect money or solicit anything from any person for personal advantage. Okay? So, siguro naisip natin bakit yung mga public school teachers nagko-collect naman sila or nagsusolicit naman sila. That is for their brigada eskwela and they collect something to beautify the school. And that is acceptable. If you solicit something for the welfare of the school and the students, that is acceptable. What is not acceptable? If you solicit something and you use that for your own gain. Alright? That is Section 5. Next, Section 6 of Article 2 will tell us that every teacher shall vote and shall exercise all other constitutional rights and responsibilities. Teachers, though their political colors are not shown, though they are not allowed to campaign for people, but they have the right to suffrage. They also have to vote. That's why during elections, teachers who are serving would really leave their post for a few minutes and would, vote for the person that they would think ay makakatulong talaga sa pagbabago ng isang community. Okay? They have the right to do that. And Section 7, in connection sa previous section, sabi dito, the teacher shall not use his power or official authority to influence or to coerce any other person to follow any political course of action. Alright? It says there, teachers shall not engage directly or indirectly in politics. Teachers are not supposed to be convincing people to vote for someone else. Okay? And the teachers should not participate in any rallies about the government, about the politics, about politicians. Okay? They are not allowed to join any rally, or any action that would be against any political figure or any political party. Okay? That's section 7. And section 8, I think this is the last section of the article 2. It says there that every person shall enjoy academic freedom and shall have privilege to expound the product of his research and investigations, provided if the results are inimical to the declared policies of the state, they shall be brought to proper authorities for appropriate remedial action. So teachers have academic freedom. They have to enjoy academic freedom. The academic freedom is the right of the teachers to conduct their own researches and investigations about a problem or about an issue or about a project. Alright? They have the right to conduct as many researches as possible. But I would like to reiterate, the academic freedom is not absolute. It has limitations. Ang isa sa mga limitations niya is that if the findings or if the result of the investigation would be detrimental to the state or to the school, or would have an adverse effect to the school or to the state, then the teacher does not have the right to promulgate such result. So the result should be given to proper authorities for appropriate action. But if the result of the researches would be beneficial to the state and to the school, it's only then the time that the result will be published, will be promulgated, will be applied. But if not, then it will be the otherwise. Alright, so that is the last section of the Article 2 of the Code of Ethics, and I think that will be it for now. For the other articles, please wait for the videos to be uploaded. I think I'm done uploading Article 3 of the said code, and I'll be moving to Article 4 to 10 in my next videos. Okay, and before I end this one, I also would like to thank everyone for your continuous support. I didn't expect that many really are watching my videos, and that I really didn't expect that people from the different parts of the Philippines and even some countries, because they give me personal messages, are find my videos to be informative and to be good, that they are, that they understand a particular topic better because of my videos. I really am grateful for the appreciation and for the support and for the subscription and for the time watch and for everything that you are doing for my channel. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Goodbye.